your second week of English studies, and have you sort of gotten used to the fact that you are now English students? How does it feel?
Good. It feels good. Even though it's only been 2 weeks. And it's online.
Yeah, it's a bit early, and it's a different system.
It feels like it's been a bit more though. Like a bit more time has passed.
Okay, probably because of those, I guess, previous 2 or 3 weeks where you guys received your index books and everything else, I guess, the introductory lessons and whatnot. Well, u svakom slučaju, obviously it's a bit too early, I guess, to give a full assessment, but I'm hoping you guys you're getting used to this whole thing. Kao što znate, danas imamo čas isključivo ove nedelje, mislim, smo se pretumbali zbog određenih obaveza, tako da od iduće nedelje vraćamo se na staro. Znači, sa mnom čas imate u sredu ujutru u 8:30. Just another little, let's say, announcement. Iduće nedelje ćemo da odradimo prvo vežbanje story retellinga. Da li vam je profesorka Ljilja Mihajlović pričala o tome?
Da, pričali smo o tome na jednom času.
Ok, odlično. Znači, u svakom slučaju, ja vam čitam priču 2 puta, vi slušate pažljivo, posle ili u toku drugog čitanja možete da beležite određene stavke da bi vam bilo lakše, i onda imate nekih recimo 35 do 40 minuta da prepričate priču i da to pošaljete. Nikolija, izvoli.
Ovo je malo nevezano za čas, ali rekli su nam da ste polagali master, ja mislim, i hteli smo da svi čestitamo, baš sada u gruvnom pričamo o tome.
Hvala. Da, branio sam mastera juče zapravo zato. U suštini ja sam kriv zbog cele pretumbacije.
Nije problem, samo čestitke.
Hvala puno, hvala. Da vam se vrati istom merom, if not 10 times as more. So hopefully you'll be in my place in several years, and it's not that hard, just work
Kada ti je na poslu
a
ovako,
little bit, I guess,
potrebno
every
ti je
day, and then
Airwaves.
it's not that hard. It's not too much of a hard job, I guess, or hard assignment. Tako da, hvala. This was very nice. Thank you. Okay. Imali ste za domaći onu stranu broj 7, but first I'd like to do something else, and then we'll go back to that people's appearance page. I would like to continue with the parts of the body expressions that we started on the previous class, and we have 2 more slightly longer exercises on the same topic. These are pages 12 and 13 in your readers. They're simply titled Parts of the Body Expressions and More Parts of the Body Expressions. So in order not to divide the class, I guess, into too many parts, I'll give you guys about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that, to do both of these pages, 12 and 13. You obviously, in both cases, you have some specific idioms or expressions that need to be put in their place in the proper sentence, in the proper gap. And they're all related, obviously, to some body parts, most of which we mentioned on the previous class, but these are some, they bear a slightly specific meaning, which you'll definitely need over the course of at least this semester, and probably even after that. Okay, so take, like I said, 10 to 12 minutes to do this, and then of course we'll have someone or several of you read these sentences. Ako ima pitanja, of course, I'll be here.
Izvinite, profesore, koje ste strane rekli?
Strane 12 i 13 u readeru.
Sa parts of the body expressions.
Da.
Ok, hvala.
Sure, no problem. Okay, let's give it a shot. Da li bi neko želeo da proba? Okay. Okay, I'm glad to see this many, let's call them cyber hands here in the chat. So let's go from the top. Predrag, would you like to do number 1?
Yeah. So an eyesore is something which is ugly to look at.
Yeah, exactly. An eyesore. Okay, Vasilia, number 2.
To put one's foot in it means to say the wrong thing or to make an awkward mistake.
Yes, exactly. Number 3, Alexandra.
To be down in the mouth means to be depressed.
Tako je, da. To be down in the mouth. Postoji varijanta down in the dumps. Basically means the same thing. Okay, thank you. Number 4, Luca.
Someone who has a pain in the neck is a very irritating, tiresome person.
Yeah, exactly. A pain in the neck. Obviously, there is a different version with a different body part, but we shall not go there.
Yes.
Yeah, but pain in the neck, definitely. Someone who is very annoying. Thank you. Number 5, Matea.
If you're heartless, it means you're cruel.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Maria, number 6.
To be off one's head means to be mad or crazy.
Yes, exactly. To be off your head or off one's head. Thank you. Nicolia, number 7.
A brainwave is a sudden clever idea.
Yes, exactly. A brainwave. Okay. Igor, number 8.
A person who is nosy is very inquisitive, especially about things which are none of his or her business.
Yes, exactly. Someone who is nosy. We also call them a nosy Parker, for example. Number 9, Milutine.
Number 9. To see eye to eye with someone means to agree.
Yes, exactly. To see eye to eye. Very good. Number 10, Mariana.
To stick one's neck out means to take a risk.
Yes, exactly. To stick one's neck out. Very good. Thank you. Number 11, Stevan.
11. A cheeky person is someone who is rude or impolite.
Yes, a cheeky person. Someone who has the cheek, I guess, to be rude or something like that. Very good. Thank you. Number 12, Nadia.
If something is hair-raising, then it is frightening.
Yes, hair raising. Na kraju krajeva, kao što bismo mi rekli, digne vam se kosa na glavi od straha, or maybe some other feeling, but that's the main point. Fear. Okay, number 13, Dimitria.
If you are wet behind the ears, you are young and inexperienced.
Yes, exactly. Wet behind the ears. And finally, number 14, Angela.
A person who is all fingers and thumbs is a clumsy person.
Yes, very good. A person who is all fingers and thumbs is clumsy. Odlično, very good. Idemo onda odmah na sljedeću stranicu, znači more parts of the body expressions. 15 more of these. So let's go with number 1. Ko nam se to javio? Apparently... Okay, so let's hear Anya.
To live from hand to mouth means that you spend all your money as soon as you get it and never save for the future. You just live from day to day.
Yeah, exactly. No money keeping whatsoever. Live from hand to mouth. Odlično. Number 2, Milutine.
Number 2, if you play a musical instrument by ear, it means you play it without using printed music. You play it from memory.
Yes, exactly. Play it by ear. I mi bismo rekli svirati po sluhu. Number 3, let's see, Igore.
To whose heart aims to become discouraged.
Yes, exactly. To lose heart. Very good. Thank you. Natalia, number 4.
To be up in arms about or over something means to be very angry or to protest very strongly about something.
Yes, very good. Yeah, to be up in arms over something. I think we mentioned that the last time, but I'm not sure. Very good. Number 5, Mariana.
If a person is tongue-tied, he or she is too shy or nervous to speak.
Yes, a tongue-tied person has stage fright, if you will. Very good. Number 6, Anna.
To pull someone's leg means to make someone angry or annoyed.
Okay, this could work to an extent, but we actually need it down the line.
Pick someone's brains.
No, it's not that either. It's something. It starts with put. You're on the right track, but it's something else.
The first one, put someone's back up.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
To put someone's back up. Means to make someone angry or annoyed. Yeah, that's the one. To pull someone's leg ima donekle, nema baš nužno negativnu konotaciju, jer može da bude i teasing, as in friendly teasing, while putting someone's back up uglavnom ima vrlo negativno značenje. You basically just want to annoy someone. Number 7, Vanya.
To lose one's head means to panic or lose control of oneself.
Yes, very good. To lose one's head over something. Thank you. Number 8. Anja, izvoli.
A tongue-in-cheek person is someone who is very mean.
Okay. Ovde ima jedna, da kažem, začkoljica. Mean može da znači različite stvari. Mean, in general, someone who is very, I guess you could say, evil towards someone. But here, mean means someone who is cheap, someone who doesn't like to part with money that easily, who doesn't like to spend money. So in that sense, it's not a tongue-in-cheek person, but Nicolia?
I meant for the next one, right?
Well, actually, we're still on number 8, but okay, you can do number 9, and then we'll go back to number 8.
To give someone the cold shoulder means that you ignore someone and treat him or her in an unfriendly way. But for number 8, isn't it tight-fisted?
Yes, both of these are correct. So number 8 is tight-fisted, someone who is very stingy, who doesn't like to spend money. And number 9, to give someone the cold shoulder, of course. And number 10, Nicola. Okay, perhaps not. Let's hear someone we haven't heard so far. Leah, could you do number 10?
If you say to someone, keep your hair on, you mean keep calm or don't get angry.
Yeah, keep your hair on, exactly. Very good. Thank you. Number 11, Matea.
Izvinjavam se. To pay through the nose for something means that you give more money for something than it's worth.
Yes, exactly. To pay through the nose, to overpay it, I guess, or to be overcharged for something. Very good. Number 12, Natalia.
To pick someone's brains means to talk to someone about a problem in order to make use of his or her knowledge or ideas.
Yes, exactly. To pick someone's brains. Very good. Number 13, let's see, Velimir. Yes, you're saying one thing, but often really meaning quite the opposite. Yeah, tongue-in-cheek, obviously someone who doesn't necessarily imply seriousness that much, so tongue-in-cheek. Number 14, let's hear Sanya.
To pull someone's leg means to tease someone, usually by telling the person something which is quite untrue.
Yes, to pull someone's leg. We've basically commented on this already. And finally, number 15, Milos, let's hear you.
A tongue-tied is a long word or phrase which is difficult to say quickly or correctly. She sells on the seashore.
Okay, it is based on tongue, but it's not tongue-tied. It's something else.
Tongue twister.
Yeah, exactly. A tongue twister. I guess we would call it brzalica or something.
Yeah.
That's the one. Thank you. Very good. Okay, these have all been great. Thank you for your answers. Sad ćemo da se vratimo na ovo što ste imali za domaći. Što bi trebalo da bude u većini slučajeva stranica broj 7, People's Appearance, ona koja ima 6 različitih vežbanja. Da, pitali su me neki od vas da li je problem da pišete odgovore na papiru pa to da uslikate, to je sasvim ok. Ili zbog nedostatka prostora da samo stavite broj reči, da ih označite slovima ili brojevima i to je sasvim ok. Na kraju krajeva ja ne vodim računa toliko ko je šta tačno odgovorio, ja notiram da li ste poslali domaći zadatak i onda zajedno na času proveravamo ta rešenja. Zato između ostalog je bitno da prisustujete vežbama, because we usually do this homework, 1 week's homework the following week on the next class. So let's start with this man on, I guess, picture number 1. We'll have someone read the full text. Nadia, will you do it?
Yes. He's tall, lanky man. He's white and he's wearing a bowler hat on his head, a dark buttonhole suit and a black bow tie, and each of cuffs shows from each of his sleeves. He has immaculate creases in his trousers. He has a flower in his double-breasted and a handkerchief tucked into his breast pocket. He's quite formally dressed.
Okay. Yeah, most of these are correct. Samo ste zarotirali dve reči. C i G. So it's actually a dark double-breasted suit and a flower in his buttonhole. A double-breasted suit is a suit which has 2 rows of buttons, basically. And that's what this man has on this picture. Naravno imate I drugu varijantu, imate I single-breasted where you just have 1 row of buttons on the suit, but that's what it usually means. A naravno cvet se nosi in a buttonhole, and that would be it. Okay, idemo dalje. Number 2. Let's hear Anya.
She's a skinny little kid, rather oriental looking, with the broad grin on her face. She's wearing patched jeans and a zip jacket with slanting pockets and no trainers. Underneath, she's wearing a plain t-shirt. From the way she's standing, she looks a bit... I didn't know what to put here. She's very casually dressed. She's barefooted, but she's carrying her shoes in her hand. They look pigeon-toed.
Okay. Just a few comments here, I guess. First of all, ovo što vam nedostaje, to je G, ako se ne varam. She looks a bit pigeon-toed. The way her feet or her toes are placed, I guess, one towards the other with the top, that's called pigeon-toed, basically because pigeons sometimes actually look like that. Their feet look like that. So that's pigeon-toed. The final one is actually trainers. Her shoes look like trainers or sneakers. And E is actually lapels. Because obviously lapel is actually a part of your jacket or sometimes even your hoodie, for example, but obviously it has nothing to do with shoes. basically what we call rever, something that's usually over here on your breast or chest. So that would be it. U slučaju da imate nekih pitanja, recite slobodno ako treba da objasnimo još neki termin. If not, možemo to i na kraju, naravno, kad završimo celu stranu. So let's go with number 3. Maria, would you do number 3?
Yes. The third one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. He's a strongly built black man with broad shoulders and a slim waist. He has no beard or mustache. He's clean shaven. He's not wearing a hat. He is bareheaded. He has closely cropped hair and serious expression on his face. His trousers are held by a belt with a large round buckle. He's standing very upright with his hands on his hips.
Yes, odlično.
Okay, thank you.
I guess just a few things here. A closely cropped hair is something similar to crew cut, so very, very short. Not exactly military, but I guess we could say jedinica or dvojka, something like that. Bareheaded obviously means that he wears no hat. And standing very upright obviously means that he's very... Da stoji vrlo, kako bismo mi rekli, ne uspravno, ali I guess uspravljenih leđa or something like that. I to bi bilo to. Idemo na broj 4. Let's hear someone we haven't heard. Let's hear Ksenia, for example.
She's young, still in her teens. She has a slender figure and she's standing with her hands clasped in front of her. Her fair, wavy hair, which is parted in the middle, has a ribbon with a bow in it. She's wearing a full knee-length pleated skirt, a loose polo neck pullover, and black high-heeled shoes.
Okay. Yes, that's it. Very good. Okay, idemo na broj 5. Let's hear Nikola, for example.
He's white, not very old, maybe 30ish, and he's standing with his arms folded. He's rather bow-legged, as jockeys sometimes are, and he's fat, almost obese. He has a flat cap on, so you can see his hair except for his long sideburns. He's wearing a checked shirt with the sleeves rolled up, and a pair of baggy trousers held up by braces.
Yes, odlično. Okay, these have been quite straightforward, I guess. Da li imate neka pitanja što se tiče vokabulara ovdje? Dobro, ok. Onda ćemo da vidimo ovo 6. vežbanje, pošto je verovatno svako sastavio malo drugačiji tekst. Svako može da, mislim, naravno ko želi može da pročita opis neke od ovih osoba. So let's start with the first one. Nadia, would you like to do this man first?
Yes. He's white, not very old, and he's standing with his arms on his hips. He is barefoot and is wearing shorts with a singlet that is spotted. He is almost obese, has a punched stomach and a hairy chest. He looks like he drinks a lot of stout, and he is bald and double-chinned.
Yes, very good. Odlično zapažanje. Especially the drinking part. Very good. Number 2. Let's hear Luka.
He's a tall white man standing with his arms folded. He has a cleft chin and he's wearing a beret or a flat cap, I'm not sure. He has a jacket with epaulettes and a turtleneck, and he's wearing patched jeans with their legs rolled up. He's barefooted.
Okay, odlično. Number 3, Angela.
He's a very short young man standing with his arms clasped. He has a grin on his face. He's wearing a top hat, which covers his hair, Wellingtons, cuffed pants, and a plain t-shirt held up by braces.
Okay, very good. It's actually the pants that are held up by braces and not the t-shirt, just to avoid confusion. But yeah, all of these elements are here in this picture. Okay, very good. Number 4, the lady, Katarina, let's hear you.
She's a slim woman dressed very professionally. She has a short curly hair and a round and sharp face. She's also wearing spectacles and has lipstick on. Her dress is striped and knee-length, and she's wearing dark high-heeled shoes.
Da, odlično, da. To je sve što treba da bude u ovom opisu. Very good, thank you. Number 5, Nađa Nešić.
He is formally dressed gentleman with a single-breasted coat with waistcoat beneath it. He has immaculate creases in his trousers. He has closely cropped hair and no mustache. He stands with pride with one hand in his pocket and other hand holding a coat.
Okay, yeah, very good. Odlično. And number 6, mada ova slika možda i najmutnija, but let's hear Natalia, okay?
Yeah, the picture isn't very clear, so I'm not sure about some things. And I actually wasn't sure if it's a man or a woman, so I decided that it's a woman. So
okay.
The 6th person is a woman with tousled hair who's wearing a beret, I think at least. She's knock-kneed and standing with her hands in her pockets. She's wearing a cardigan over a plain t-shirt and flat trousers.
Okay, odlično, yeah. Yeah, we cannot really see if this is a man or a woman, but you know, the description would still probably be valid on most things. Very good. So thank you to all of you who have supplied the answers. Ukoliko postoji nešto nejasno na ovoj strani, možete naravno da pitate, možete i da se konsultujete sa nekim rečnicima ukoliko su vam neke reči nepoznate. Mada ćemo mi svakako da se bavimo još malo ovim izgledom ljudi i odećom, tako da some of these may actually, we might explain some of these in the classes to follow. Okay. U tom slučaju idemo dalje. Idemo na stranu broj 15. What your body does. So this is actually some reading time, I guess you could say. There's a note here on the top of the page, and I'll just read it before I give you guys the word on some of these. All the verbs on this page, except shake and bite, are regular verbs. Almost all the words have an identical noun form. To yawn, a yawn. To cough, a cough. Except to breathe and to perspire. Their nouns are breath and perspiration. Quite an important note, konkretno za ove dve posljednje reči, obviously, especially the difference between breath and to breathe. So first of all, we have verbs connected with the mouth and breathing. Do we have any reading volunteers? Okay, let's hear, for example, Lena Jevremovic to read these.
So verbs connected with the mouth and breathing. Breathe. A nurse gave the old man artificial respiration and he started breathing again. Should I continue reading? Or?
Yeah, read the whole section.
Oh, okay. Yawn. If one person yawns, everyone else seems to start to. Cough. It was so smoky in the room that he couldn't stop coughing. Sneeze. Dust often makes me sneeze. Sigh, she sighed with relief when she heard the plane had landed safely. Hiccup, holding your breath and swallowing can help you stop hiccuping. And snore, she snored all night with her mouth wide open.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Okay, next we have B, verbs connected with eating and digestion or digestion. Let's hear, for example, Ana Jankovic.
Burp. He patted the baby's back to make it burp after its feed. True. My granny used to say you should chew every mouthful 10 times. Rumble. It's embarrassing if your stomach rumbles during an interview. Swallow. Take a drink of water to help you swallow the pills. Suck. Sometimes in an airplane you are given a sweet to suck. It can stop your ears popping. Lick. The cat licked the bowl clean. Bite. Don't bite that hard sweet. You'll hurt your teeth.
Yes, very good. Da li neko možda zna drugu reč, odnosno sinonim za reč chew? Something that's a bit more formal, almost even medical. It's masticate, actually. Yes, that's the one. Very good. So masticate. It's sometimes actually even used for animals, rarely for humans, unless we're talking, medical jargon. But it means the same thing, basically, chew. Okay, C, verbs connected with the eyes and face. Okay, let's hear someone we've heard rarely. For example, Natalia Kristic.
Blink. She blinked several times to try and get the dust out of her eye. Wink. She winked at me across the room to try make me laugh. Frown. Why are you frowning? What's the problem? Grin. She was so delighted with the present that she grinned from ear to ear. Blush. He blushed with embarrassment when she smiled at him.
Okay, yes. How would you guys define frown? What's frowning? Yes, but try it in English. Try to define it in English.
When you curve your mouth in a downward position, that seems like you are sad.
Yes, and I guess you curve your eyebrows as well. That's probably the main point here. Frowning is curving your eyebrows and then your lips, I guess, your mouth.
Or to signify any other negative emotion.
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Or to signify any other negative emotion most of the time.
Yes, definitely. It's not a positive expression, let's say. Okay, and D, verbs connected with the whole body. Okay, let's hear, for example, Ana Veličković.
Perspire or sweat. When it's hot, you sweat or perspire. Perspire is more formal. Tremble my hands. Tremble when I've been drinking too much coffee. Shiver. Look at him. He's so cold that he's shivering. Shake. She laughed so much that her whole body shook.
Yeah, very good. I guess in most cases when you're not feeling well, most of these words or verbs apply. For example, when you have a fever or a cold. But of course, it's not necessarily something to do with a fever or a cold. You can also, for example, tremble or shiver if you're cold, and so on. Okay, very good. Page 16 will be one of your homework pages, so we'll skip this for now. And we'll go on to page 17, clothes. And we'll do that one. So once again, we'll start reading. Starting with A. Let's hear Milutin, for example.
Okay, should I just start reading the clothes parts, the parts of clothes?
Yeah, that's fine. The description is not very important.
Okay, so the first thing we have is a dressing gown. Then we can see the part of the dressing gown that's a cuff, and as well as the
Okay.
belt. The next piece of clothing we have is a coat that has a button and a buckle with a ham down at the bottom. We also have a pair of mittens, as well as braces. The
Okay.
next thing we have a collar on a jacket, as well as a zip. I mean, this is a cardigan, I should say. And
Yeah.
then we have a sleeve as well. The next thing we have is a pair of slippers that have laces on them, a heel, and a sole.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Are there any perhaps unfamiliar words for you here? Although most of these are straightforward, but just in case, is there anything new here?
I once had, not really unfamiliar, but I'm more used to the word suspenders instead of bracers. I think that's a synonym.
Yeah, braces, I guess, slightly more towards the British, not pronunciation, but British vocabulary, while suspenders are, I guess, more of an American thing. They obviously mean the same thing, of course, so you can use either of those. Okay, moving on to B, verbs associated with clothing. Let's see, let's hear Velimir, for example. Yes, very good. Thank you. Mind you, the last three sentences, these verbs can sometimes be confused for each other. Suit, match, and fit. So fit, obviously, I guess it's the most direct one. It refers to size in particular. So if the clothes don't fit, in this case, the boy has grown out of them, so he needs bigger clothes. Matching is something that I guess pertains to color or something like that, or style, for example, as in the black bag matching the shoes. And suit is something close by, but I guess suit can also be connected to color. As we can see here, red usually doesn't suit people with ginger hair. But of course, there are some different examples that we will be doing that actually differentiate these three a little better. Okay, C, adjectives for describing people's clothing. Let's hear Lea Peric.
How things fit: baggy, loose, tight or close-fitting. Style: long-sleeved, sleeveless, a V-neck, round neck or pleated. And how people look: elegant, smart, stuffy, chic, trendy, messy, old-fashioned, fashionable, well-dressed, and badly dressed.
Yes, thank you. So you basically have a combination of different adjectives, especially in how people look. So whether they are elegant or well-dressed or smart, or maybe messy or scruffy, which basically means, I guess, something along the lines of that person number 6 that you had in your homework, someone who is very messy looking. D, materials which clothes are often made of. Okay, let's hear Natalia.
Me, the other
Yes.
Natalia.
Yes, you.
Okay. A silk shirt feels soft and light but also warm. Cotton shirts are cool but they need ironing. Velvet skirts are rich and warm for winter parties. Jeans are usually made of denim. Suit is a kind of leather but it isn't shiny. Nylon, polyester, and lycra, I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Lycra, actually.
Lycra, artificial fibers. We get wool from sheep, woolen clothes to keep you warm when it's cold. All the above words for materials except wool and woolen can be nouns and adjectives.
Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you. And finally, we have adjectives used to describe the patterns on materials. Okay, let's hear Elena Jovanovic, for example.
Okay, so we have pinstriped, spotted, plain, striped, check, flowery, and tartan.
Yes, very good. I guess these are pretty much self-explanatory. The difference between pinstriped and striped is actually very small. Pinstriped or pinstripes are slightly narrower compared to stripes or striped pattern. So it's actually a very small difference. Do you guys know where the tartan pattern is used often? Or who uses tartan patterns?
Možda Škoti.
Tako je, da, Škoti koriste.
Imam još jedno pitanje za prethodno. Lycra, šta je to?
Lycra je pa zapravo nešto slično polijestru i najlonu koji se isto spominju ovde. Tip veštačkog materijala, mislim da se danas to dosta retko koristi zapravo za pravljenje odeće. Mislim da ga mi prevodimo isto kao likra. So that's basically it. It's not something that you'll be seeing a lot of in our course, so don't be troubled by this word too much. And yes, of course, tartan, naravno, Škoti prave svoje kiltove od kariranog sukna. Okay, moving on. Page 18 će takođe biti za domaći, tako da ćemo to da preskočimo sada. Naravno, kada vam budem otvorio zadatak za domaći, naravno napisat ću koje strane su za vežbu. A sada ćemo da odradimo ove dve strane sa odećom, odnosno sa nekim, da kažem, elementima odeće. So I'll give you guys, well, let's say, once again, about 10 or 12 minutes to do both pages on your own. And then, of course, we'll check your answers. Ukoliko vam je nešto nepoznato, naravno možete slobodno da pitate ili ćemo zajedno da prođemo kada budemo čitali odgovor.
I'm sorry, are those the immediate next pages? 18, right? I didn't hear.
It's actually 19 and 20.
Oh, 19 and 20. Okay, thank you.
Sure, ove sa slikama odeće, basically. So that's it. Go ahead and then we'll check your answers in 10 minutes or so.
A da li mi trebamo da napišemo kako se to zove ili...
Yes. Kako se zove taj određeni deo. Možda je za neke delove možda nije jasno definisano ili se ne vidi baš najbolje, ali try to give it at least a guess. So, you know, even if it's not that, we'll comment on what else it could be. So it's fine.
U redu.
Okay, guys, let's give this a go. Let's start with this, I guess, table of clothes at the top of the page 19. Ići ćemo red po red ovih artikala odeće, I guess. Stevane, would you do the first row?
Sure. Okay, so first one looks like a hoodie, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, probably a hoodie, yes.
Yeah, I can't see the back. All right, number 2 is shorts. Shorts. Number 3, I'm not entirely sure. Like, they're boots, but like ankle boots. I don't know what you would call them.
Actually, since the picture is so muddy, then shoes is also fine, or boots.
Shoes. All right. Then next one are sneakers or runners, depending on the pronunciation. Then we have flip-flops, socks, and it's a tank top, but I guess it's a short tank top.
Yeah, or you can call it a sports bra. That's also
Sports bra,
fine.
all right, sure. Okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you. The next row, Luca.
Yes. Underwear or briefs, belt, a vest, a tank top, a suit, I think, a bracelet, and a tie.
Okay, yes. Yes, it could be a suit, ovo što je peto, ako se ne varam s leva, or a coat maybe. Četvrto može da bude i nightgown, so it depends on how you look at it. But yeah, actually, your answers are pretty much correct, so that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Idemo na sljedeći red. Natalija, izvoli.
I think the first one's a t-shirt, the next one slippers, then I guess if the first one was a t-shirt, this is just a shirt, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Then some trousers, a bikini, and maybe these are jeans now, or
Yes.
something like that, and boots.
Yes, exactly. Boots, very good. And the final row. Mariana?
Are the first ones overalls?
Yes, very good. Overalls.
Then a turtleneck, I think. Gloves. These are some kind of shoes, but I really don't know.
Okay.
which one. And then underwear, I guess. A coat
Okay.
and a jacket.
Ja, ovo posljednje može da bude i neki cardigan, ali je slika poprilično mutna, tako da je moguće i da je jacket, so both of these work fine. Thank you. And let's have someone do the remaining pictures on this page. Give it a try, and then of course if we miss something, we'll just add those. Ana, izvoli.
I'd say the first one is like a dress or a nightgown or something.
Yeah, most likely a nightgown. Yes.
Yeah, the second one is like a jacket or maybe pajamas. The third one is a dress, or it could be also a nightgown. The fourth one is like a suit.
Okay,
I
yeah, you
guess.
could say it has a shirt and a skirt, both of those. That's also
Yeah.
fine.
And this is, I'd say it's a scarf.
Yeah, it can be a scarf, or it can be something that ladies wear in certain places. This is called lace shades. They wear it over their hair or over their heads.
Yeah, I forgot the name. Yeah. The next one, like colored shirt.
Okay.
That's the name. The one below that is a purse.
Okay.
The next one is necklace. So this is some jewelry, I'd say. This is a bracelet, some earrings, also some kind of necklace, and like a mask. I
Okay,
kind
this
of
is something
forgot
that ladies wear at weddings, and although it looks a little different here in this picture, but we also call it similarly. Yes, it's a veil.
veil. Yeah.
Yeah, these are all pretty much correct. Mislim, možete da imate i neke varijacije, tipa ovo što ste rekli da je collared shirt, može da bude i blouse, recimo. But basically everything you just said fits well. Ok, i to bi bilo to. Idemo na stranicu broj 20. So I guess you could call these, men's accessories or something like that, as opposed to the previous page. So let's hear someone do these. Pa možemo nekim redovima da ih podelimo nekako, pa da vidimo kako će to ići. Any volunteers? Okay, we have two. Milosha, you can start.
Well, I guess the top left one is a shirt, some kind of, like with pockets and...
Yeah, with breast pockets, you could say that.
The second one is a t-shirt.
Okay.
The third one, I guess it's some kind of pants. Like, probably.
Yeah, they have creases, so those are creased pants.
Creased pants,
or creased trousers, yeah.
These are jeans, the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Shorts and a belt, top right.
Yeah, a belt, and it also has a buckle. Yeah, these are all correct. Very good. Vanya, you can start with these hats, I guess.
Well, the first one is a fedora.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is kind of a ball cap, or just a cap.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a tie. Then we have just sneakers, trainers, boots, and lastly buttons and a zipper.
Yes, a zipper or a fly. You can do these other 3 pairs of shoes if you like.
I would say these are some kind of penny loafers or just loafers.
Mm-hmm.
Flip-flops and slippers.
Yeah, these are pretty much those. Or the first ones could actually be some kind of sandals as well, or loafers. Both work fine. Okay, thank you. And we just need someone to do this final row here. Any volunteers?
This is
Stevan, izvoli.
All right, so we did the shoes, all right. So the lower left angle is suit, correct, and pants.
Yeah.
Then we have a vest and again a suit with a bow tie.
Okay, or a tuxedo even.
Oh, tuxedo, yeah, better word, yeah. Then we have boxers, briefs, or, white.
Yeah, whites. That's all. That also works.
Now we have socks and I guess a sleeping gown again.
Yeah, a nightgown or a night robe, you could also say.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay. Are there any questions concerning any of these particular ones? Možda nešto da ponovimo ukoliko niste zabeležili. Ok. Ako nema pitanja, onda imamo samo još jednu stvar za danas. Strana 23 će vam isto ići za domaći. the one with the title Clothes. A mi ćemo sada da odradimo nešto što stoji na strani 24. Ovaj tekst sa određenim praznim poljima. It says fill each of the numbered blanks in the following passage. Ovo je nešto što možda ste već i čuli, zove se close test. You basically have one word missing in each of these gaps. And sometimes you can even have several options. But these are a type of texts or even tests that you can expect probably in the following years of your studies. A lot of those, whether it's for practice or in exams. So try to do this text on your own. Try to fill in these gaps. Once again, page 24. And then we'll have someone read the entire text, and that will be it for today. Neka bude recimo 6-7 minuta to do this on your own. Ok, pošto već imamo volontere, ajde da vidimo taj tekst. Pošto imamo 2 volontera, možemo i da podelimo tekst na 2 dela. Igore, možete da pročitate ovaj prvi pasus i Luka, vi možete drugi, pa ćemo da prokomentarišemo neke odgovore.
If you are a student, unemployed or retired with time on your hands and fancy doing something you have always wanted to do, but never had the confidence, a bit of modeling, perhaps, or appearing in your favorite soap opera, now could be the right time. Neither glamour nor good looks are necessary to give it a go. Modeling agencies aren't just looking for beauty. They need normal models to appear in TV ads, while similar candidates are wanted by casting agencies as extras for film and TV. If you are exceptionally lucky, you will not earn a huge amount, but it can still provide a bit of extra money. Nor, as some may hope, is it likely to lead a new career as an actor. But most people, however, do find it enjoyable and appreciate the chance to meet people.
Odlično. Okay. Luka?
Since you don't need experience or training, anyone has the potential to become an extra as long as you are reliable, available on short notice, and are prepared to do any work that comes your way. If you think modeling is not your style, then you should approach one of the big modeling agencies that have real-looking people in their books. You'd be surprised at how much demand there is for the average person from the advertising world.
Ok, odlično. Samo par stvari, po jedan odgovor zapravo kod obojice.
Šta je bilo uz 8 i 9?
8 je since, 9 je long. Ali čisto par stvari treba da imate u vidu značenje cele rečenice. Znači pod broj 5 rekli smo if you are exceptionally lucky. To možda nema baš Nađe, izvoli.
Can it be unless for 5?
Yes, to je upravo to. Unless you're exceptionally lucky, you won't earn a huge amount. If you are lucky, to bi više bilo prikladno if you're lucky, you will earn a huge amount. Tako da vam ovde treba zapravo reč koja označava, da kažem, negativno značenje. Unless you're exceptionally lucky. Stevane?
Imam pitanje za broj 7. Jel može se stavi that? Most people that do find it.
Ne, that ovde ne možete da stavite i to iz dva razloga. Prvi je zato što vam ovde treba nešto što će da kažem, oponira značenje prethodne rečenice. But most people, however, bi bilo verovatno najočiglednije. A druga stvar je što that nikad ne može da bude odvojeno zarezima u tom značenju. Znači, ako biste rekli most people that do find it enjoyable, that ne može da ima zarez ni pre ni posle. Tako da, prosto, to je već stvar interpunkcije i pravopisa. Nikako se ne bi uklopilo ovde. No problem. Znači, rekli smo broj 5 je unless. Takođe, broj 12. If you think modeling is not your style, smo rekli, ako se ne varam, ali ovde bi zapravo trebalo da ide nešto pozitivno. Pošto prethodni deo teksta govori o glumi.
Could it be just your style?
Yes.
Možda indeed.
Indeed, može, odlično.
Can it be more?
Može i more, da. If you think modeling is more your style, to je možda čak i najbolje. As compared to acting, then you should approach, etc., etc. Znači upravo to, znači indeed, just, more, to su sve odlične
Ja se
opcije.
izvinjavam, za sedmu, ne znam kome sam upao reč, izvinjavam se i njemu. Jel može nevertheless, ne?
Može, da. Bilo koji veznik koji vam označava tu neku suprotnost. Nevertheless, nonetheless, however, still bi recimo mogli isto. But most people still do find it enjoyable, i tako dalje, i tako dalje.
Samo sam to isto da pitam za broj 12. Dvumio sam se baš da li da stavim pozitivno ili negativno, jer posle se, ali možda bi onda, da je negativno možda bi bilo if you think modeling is not your style, maybe you should approach one of the, možda bi to imalo više smisla, ali delovalo mi kao da pokušavaju da kažu da treba da, zato što ovdje kažu da you'll be surprised at just how much demand there is.
Pa dobro, da, možda ima i tako smisla. Možda je, ajde sad značenje koje je meni delovalo logično, možda zato što ukoliko modeling is not your style, you'll definitely not approach a modeling agency for anything. But if it is, then you should certainly approach a big modeling agency. Mada ovako kada ga postavite, how much demand there is for the average person, ok, možda bi tako isto imalo smisla. U svakom slučaju, recimo da je to ok. Bitno je da uvek imate na umu značenje celog teksta. Tako da bilo koja reč koju stavite prosto potpunjuje da ne ide, so it doesn't clash with everything around it, with the meaning or grammatically. And that's a whole point of these closed tests. No problem. Nadia?
Can you please repeat for what we have to put in for number 10?
Number 10. Available on short notice, a možete i available for short notice u nekim situacijama. Ali on je verovatno the most obvious choice.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Lea?
Jo, možemo samo 14 da ponovimo?
Sure. How much demand there is for the average person from the advertising world?
Thank you.
Sure. Igore?
Ali može available at short notice.
Može, da. Available at short notice. Yeah, that works fine as well. Very good. Drago mi je da razmišljate na različite načine, mislim, zato to je pa s druge strane pozitivna strana ovih closed testova, što opet možete dosta stvari i pored ograničenja da upotrebite ako imaju odgovarajući značaj. To je to za današnji čas. Jedna stvar, već sam vam postavio zadatak za idući domaći, znači to su strane 16, 18 i 23 iz readera. Nemojte da zaboravite da napišete broj indeksa bilo gde. Prosto da bih vas lakše našao i ubeležio vam da ste poslali domaći. Možete u privatnom komentaru kada već pošaljete domaći, možete i kada slikate same strane iz readera tu negdje da pribeležite, ili ako šaljete u Word dokumentu samo dodajte ime, prezime i broj indeksa i to je u suštini to. Što se mene tiče, class dismissed. Thank you all. This was another wonderful class.
Doviđenja.
Goodbye.